Hello again, my. This is your friendly neighborhood bearded vet. I'm just doing a channel update. I know I don't have many of you guys here, and I don't get many views, but I'm just gonna keep pumping out stuff until one day, we start getting more. As you know, I'm a new channel. I am mainly about pop culture, books, reviews, and such things like science fiction and other stuff like that. Mainly, I just want to do a quick update. I'm changing my name to my channel to the Myosphere Origins. Yeah, it is the new title to the series of books I am writing. It is going to be the series names, and the first book will be called The Myosphere Origins: The First War. We finally just came up with a name, so we've been throwing names around like crazy, trying to figure out what we wanted to call this that wasn't already copyrighted or taken, and this is what we came on. And I hope that it's pretty much it's the name of the multiverse which the story will fall into. I'm just just a small guy on a cell phone just trying to talk. So yeah. Anyways, I wanted to do that and talk about the name change and talk a little bit about the book. So far we've done really well. We're almost done with editing up to chapter 4 now, almost done with it. We divided some of the chapters up a little bit because they were starting to get a little too long, which was good because we needed to, and it's really coming together and just delving much more deeper. And I am delving into like the Warhammer franchise. I'm not stealing from them or anything. I would hate to do that because they do some amazing work. But I'm looking at all different kinds of franchises in the sci-fi, horror / fantasy / genres, like, all these different things. And I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. There's a lot of stuff out there, like the Warhammer, Lord of the Rings franchises, the Star Wars, original Star Wars franchise. There's so much out there that used to be really good, and some are still really, really good. Like the Warhammer franchise is fantastic, and if you don't ever got into that, I suggest you look into it. It's far darker than my universe, but I enjoy it for what it is. And yeah, I don't play tabletop right now. I would like to get into it eventually with my kids, so who knows, maybe I will. Anyways, that's what I want to talk about. Maybe I'll give you a short little preview of the book and what's happening in it. Pretty much, it starts off with creation, and it talks about how when God separated light and dark, the darkness is an actual living thing. It has a kind of a subconscious desire to eliminate all things and be alone with God, and all existence, what it wants. It desires nothing but complete nothingness besides God in itself. And to prevent the darkness from continuing to destroy galaxies, God creates a race using the Archborn, or the Archangels. He takes several of the Archangels and he creates a new race. And this race, he allows the Archangels to stay, to come and go, help develop these people, not just creates them and just leaves them to their own devices. And which is rare, because God only very few races did God actually handcraft. Most just evolve through a force I called life energy. God's life force flows through everything. When he created life, a massive explosion of life power flowed from him, which created all the multiverse, which in this is called the Myosphere, the multiverse. And in it, the farthest planet from God before the dark zone is Malan. Malan is God's shield, and it is where the people of the Ark race are born, and they are raised, and they are developed in a way where technology and nature are completely at one. They have almost not known anything but peace. You know, they've had some skirmishes here and there, but throughout time, they're the youngest race in the universe as well. But they become the most advanced race thanks to the can't talk today. The Archangels, who help them learn how to, mine and farm and all things to build up their race. The book is centered on them and their struggles and what happens when everything they've known stops, and all of a sudden they're thrust into a war with the demons and the darkness, that they have to hold the line. They're the only defense between the demons and the rest of the universe. And so it's going to go from there. That's the first book. It's going to talk about the first major conflict. And it's going to most of the book is going to start off with building the world, building the universe, talking about different races, and you'll learn different animals and blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to go into the wars. And I'm not going to spoil much more than that. But it's going to get dark, it's going to get some twisted, but it's going to be light, and it's going to have good, and it's going to have evil, it's going to struggle. The characters are going to go through a lot of different points in their life. I will definitely want to put them through things that it would break most people, but they have to figure a way out to get, go far beyond anything they've ever known they could possibly go. I don't want to announce too many of the characters yet. I will name three. I'll give you three names right now. The main character in the book, his name is Arthas Arkwright. No, he's not named after WoW, but I'll talk a video on how I discovered Arthas before I even knew about the World of Warcraft. Arthas is the Prince of Malan. He is this young. At the beginning of the book, he is young. He's no more than probably a young, 10-year-old child, almost like a 10-year-old. Their age is a lot different on Malan than it is ours. What we would think is 10 could be 50 years old to them. I'll do a video when the book is almost out, talking about the age, how that stuff works. It's in the book, so you don't have to worry about, reading the book and being confused. I definitely made sure it was all in the book, talking about how the years are different on Malan than ours, and stuff like that. Well, anyways, yeah, he's a young prince. We mainly follow his journey into learning his place in the world and how to become a leader, how to live. He's trying to live up to his grandfather, who is the High King of Malan, and his name is Theros Arkwright. He is the immortal High King. He was the first son of Malan, created by God personally, who showed great courage and great wisdom, and he passed every trial that God gave him. So God allowed him to become almost completely immortal. He can die if he gets killed in war or poison, but he lives. He never ages, pretty much. His wisdom and his kindness and his ferocity have brought all the people of Malan together, and it's pretty cool. The third character I'll talk about is Azik Arkwright. There is no last names in my world. There are only clan names, and in the book it talks about how you could be born to any clan, And once you go through the academy, you can decide what clan you want to go to. Some go back to the clan they were born in, some go to different clans. Each clan is responsible for different things. So the Arkwright clan is the royal clan, the royal family, and the elite knights called the Silver Thorns. Zeke is born in the Gearhead clan, and then later becomes an Arkwright clan. He is the best friend of Arthas, and they learn how to trust each other, have each other's back. Think of it like a prince and his squire almost, in a way, but Zeke is actually stronger than Arthas in some ways. And the balance of how to become friends and, you know, all the stuff, it's really good. I don't want to explore, I don't want to get into any more of it, but yeah, pretty much the channel is being changed to the name of the series. I cannot wait till it's done. We are working our asses off right now. I literally, like, every night I get home from work, I'm here. I do my because of, you know, this thing that's going on. I guess I'm an essential worker, so I'm still working my 8 hours a day. I go home, make dinner for my family, do the dishes, clean up a little bit, and then I sit down and I work on my book. Either I'm rewriting some of the chapters a little bit, delving a little bit deeper, or I'm waiting for my brother to show me edits that he's doing. I know he's working his butt off too, and we're doing this right now for free, and but I love it. I'm really enjoying building this world. It's something that it's really good. So I just want to get that out there, just, you know, for an update. And I hope by December we'll have the book done, and we'll find a publisher, and we'll get the word out there. I'm hoping that I'm going to send a couple free review books to a couple bigger YouTube channels that I follow, like Neurotic, Geeks and Gamers, if they want to do a review on it. Pretty much anyone that says, hey, you know, we would love to check it out. I don't want shills. I want someone who's like, hey, if you pay me, I'll review your book. No. I want someone to give me an honest opinion. I want to get the book out. I want them to say, you know, hey, I like it or I don't. It's fine. I'm a former Marine. I could take criticism like none other. I want to get an honest review of what they think. And if they think this world can really expand, and it is going to expand, I want to open it up eventually, or once the core books are done, because we're calling it the Myrosphere Origins. It is the entire multiverse. So if you think about it, we can keep adding worlds. I want to eventually, if it does become popular, you know, something like a Warhammer franchise or something like that, I want fans. I want people to come in, create their own worlds, create their own stories, create their own races, you know, send it to us and say, hey, look, you know, this universe that you haven't really talked about, this galaxy over here, could be part of the multiverse. And I want to put in this type of race who believes this way, and I want them to do this. I want their technology to be this level, and all this cool, you know, fantasy. And I'll be like, all right, well, let's see. As long as they don't affect my core story, I have no problem with expanding far beyond anything I can imagine. That's why we decided this. We want it to be almost endless possibilities into the franchise, and it's going to be lovely. We just hope it blows up. I'm doing this for the fans. I'm doing this for people who love sci-fi. I'm doing this for people who love fantasy, who just are hungry for something new, something, you know, that they can have a part in a little bit. I'm not a professional writer. I'm not a professional, like, you know, I'm a former Marine grunt who's now a security. I am no one special. I am just a man like everybody else. I'm a father of 4 and a husband, and I live in the Midwest. of America. So, but I want to do this. I want to create this universe because I just want something new, something that people can sit down and enjoy and really have a good time at. So, if you got any questions, leave in the comments. If you have a YouTube channel and you see this and you want to do an interview with me or anything else, send an email to my email, which will be in the description. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Just let me know what you think. And hey, thank you for being here. This is your friendly neighborhood vets, bearded vets, and enjoy.